Cory Booker has announced his run for presidency in 2020. He, in my opinion, looks like he's going to be running as Obama 2.0. And it's going to be interesting to see how the CBC, the Congressional Black Caucus, plays this out between Kamala Harris and Cory Booker. It's going to be very interesting because they're going to be split there, and we're going to get to see who they choose. Are they going to be split? Are they going to be majority for Cory Booker? I think that's what's going to happen. I think a majority of them are going to go for Booker, but I'm not sure on that. No way to be sure. But Cory Booker was asked literally the easiest question possible, and that question is Donald Trump a racist? And he manages to butcher this beyond belief. Check it out.
Do you believe that Donald Trump is a racist?
I don't know the heart of anybody. I'll leave that to the Lord. I know there are a lot of people who profess the ideology of white supremacy that use his words, and I believe his failure to condemn bigotry and racism. I believe that when he makes comments about African countries, when he challenges and demeans the ability of a federal judge to do their job because of their ancestry, that's bigoted language, and there's no way around that. But I just want everybody to know I'm going to run a race about not who I'm against or what I'm against, but who I'm for and what I'm for. I'm not looking even to simplistically to beat Republicans. No, I'm looking to unite Americans in this race, because I believe we have more in common than divides us. I believe that this reflexive partisanship is undermining our ability to find common ground and get common sense things done. We right now agree on enough to make big changes in America, to drive down healthcare costs, to drive up student achievement, to fix our infrastructure, to provide better education, to make us safer and stronger and more prosperous. And so I'm really excited over the coming months to put my ideas before the American people, and I know I have confidence in them. But the other thing I'm going to be trying to do over these next months is to just appeal to what I know is the goodness and the decency of Americans. And we've got to stop the trash talking, Twitter trolling, tearing folks down. This is a time for all of us to think about our role in putting the indivisible back in this one nation under God.
The answer is yes, point blank. This is not even up for debate at this point. The idea that it's even debatable, and I remember when AOC's answer was just yes. It was like yes. It was a statement of just yes, affirming that he is racist, because that's what he is. And guys, remember when I believe it was in the 60s, his dad's hotel, they were purposefully making sure that black people could not rent apartments in their building, in their complex. And what Donald Trump did is he literally legally defended that process instead of coming out against it. On top of that, he's retweeted white supremacists on Twitter with their literal bogus and bullshit numbers. He's refused and pretended to not care or not know about the KKK, which, by the way, is what Ben Shapiro cites as why he didn't support Donald Trump and why he wasn't on the Trump train in 2020. So he didn't disavow him. We've obviously seen David Duke's comments. Now, if David Duke is to endorse someone, it's automatically, obviously, for concern. But that doesn't necessarily mean that, that person is racist or anything like that, because I think it was David Duke who had endorsed Keith Ellison. And what you have to do in that situation is brutally disavow and say, I do not accept this endorsement, point blank. And that's not what he did. And so he's done all of these different things. We know what he said about a federal judge. And the guy is just, and he did the whole both sides thing during Charlottesville. This is not something that's up for debate at this point, guys. This dude is an old geezer. He's very old. He also, by the way, he endorsed Pat Buchanan's crazy lunacy, which I believe he was saying that basically we are going to lose our whiteness in America if we are not to control immigration and shit like that. Pat Buchanan was, I believe, part of the Nixon campaign in the administration. And he was implicated in that whole Southern strategy stuff, which apparently he has denied to this day, but ironically disaffirms it because, like, oh shit, you're a racist as fuck. And he just endorsed those comments, which Trump had called Pat Buchanan in the past a Nazi. So how are you going to come out and support what he's saying? So yeah, he is a racist. And again, we know that hotel shit is an automatic KO. Like, you can't do that. You can't recover from that. You didn't apologize. You didn't come back from it. You didn't say, oh, you know, I regret that. You didn't do any of that. Like, what do you do? What are you doing, dude? You're racist as fuck. And so Cory Booker is lobbed the easiest question possible and fails to answer it. And I'm genuinely astonished because when you're coming into the Democratic primary and you don't, like, I don't get it. There's no benefit to this because A, you're objectively wrong. B, electorally, this is stupid as fuck. How are you going to get the CBC to support you in the black vote if you can't even answer the simplest question of, is Trump a racist? Which the answer is yes. And I think the only possible thing I could think of is a general election move, which is trying not to alienate Trump fans, but saying that Trump is racist and his supporters are racist are two entirely different things. And Bernie has made it clear that I don't think that all Trump's voters and supporters are racist, which is true. There are a good amount of them who are, but not all of them are. And so Cory Booker, if that's what he was going for, which I'm not even convinced of that, because how the hell am I supposed to know? But if that's what he was going for, he failed miserably. And dude, you don't make the general election pivot now, you fool. What the fuck? Right now, you're trying to gear up for a primary. This dude is not only objectively wrong, but he's on top of that, electorally stupid.